it's your boy Prada from Double Pivot Sports, and today is Monday night, and I'm just gonna do a quickly weekend review of the games. So it's an interesting weekend. You had the so-called title race yesterday. Chelsea versus Arsenal ended up in a 1-1 draw. Chelsea went down to 10 men. I believe it was like 35 minutes gone. Caicedo with a reckless, stupid challenge. And then Arsenal couldn't capitalise of it. Arsenal went 1-0 down after that in the second half. And they looked poor. Pretty poor for their standards and the fact that Chelsea have got 10 men. Didn't really, I don't even think they really tried going for it, or did they try and go for it? And Chelsea just sat back. Well, they didn't actually, sorry, they didn't sit back because Chelsea actually played well with the 10 men. They did go for it. They didn't just park the bus. I see some people saying they parked the bus. No, not really. They did go for it. Obviously, they had a few chances that were missed, even in the first half as well. So obviously, I done a live stream for that game. Game was a little bit frustrated. I did, frustrating. I did like the first 5 minutes. For like, yeah, like it's like an old school Premier League game, like Barclays. You know what I mean? Man, challenges flying in, this and that. But to be honest with you, I don't like too much of that. I don't like that over the top. I do want to see some good football. I do want to see some end to end football. I do want to see goals. Obviously, everybody loves a bit of drama, but I just felt like Chelsea overdone it a little bit in certain situations with stop starting. It was just getting a bit annoying. And obviously, like you see, Caicedo got sent off because I think he just overdone it. Just got too excited. The occasion, especially the talk of him and Declan Rice, who's the best midfielder, Reece James and Timber. You had that little one, and then a little one that's not so much of a rivalry, but people talk about the new star boy, Esteval and Saka. So there was some little rivalries there. Both teams were up for it, but to be honest, I think Chelsea's the happier getting that point, even though it was at home. Just the fact that they went down to 10 men. But maybe later on in the season, it might go down to sting them a bit. Because if they had 11 men, I believe they could have went on to win it. And then vice versa for Arsenal. Might sting them later on in the title race where they could have capitalised on 10 men Chelsea and got 3 points. So, yeah, who knows? But there was obviously other games as well. My game was just before that. West Ham versus Liverpool. And 2-0, comfortable win. Isak with his first Premier League goal of the season. Gakpo with a goal and assist. But yeah, Florian Wirtz with a man of the match performance. Thought he played very well, and yeah, everyone played quite well. Wasn't too much to take from it at all, to be honest. So we're not gonna come here and say we're back and this and that. Nah, West Ham ain't the best at home. They're not the best in general. It's a game we should have won, but even there's a lot of Liverpool fans that are even thinking that we weren't going to go there and win. I weren't particularly confident. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even do a prediction. I don't think because I said I weren't going to do a prediction. That's how this team's got me at the minute. But going forward, I'm not going to do that. I'm not just saying that because we won, but I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna make a prediction. Be honest as I can, and yeah. But good things to take from that game. Just Isak getting off the mark. Mo Salah not starting, another massive point. Not even getting on. I thought he might get like a last 20 minutes or so. He didn't even get on. Played Szoboszlai on the right. I think we did look better without him, but I think Slot's tactics is they're just all over the place. Up and down, don't really make sense, and he's just hard to predict what he's going to do. You know what I mean? Joe Gomez starting right back, I thought he done well. Playing more of like a wing back as well. Like he was getting forward, putting some balls in, pause. So yeah, he looked good. Kirkez, better game from him on Sunday, much better game from him. So it was good to see some of the players that ain't been performing or ain't been playing have decent performances. But like I said, you can't take too much from the game. Got to move on. We got midweek games. I think we've got Sunderland at home on the Wednesday. So there's a lot of midweek games and that. So yeah, that's basically the Liverpool game. So I think Slot got it right in the end, even though I thought maybe Robertson should start and maybe Chiesa. So yeah, but he got it right. He won. So I ain't gonna go too much into that and then start crashing out. There's no need to crash out. At least we won as well. So yeah. other games during the week. Sorry, during the weekend. Newcastle 4, Everton 1. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see that coming, especially that scoreline as well. Everton are a weird team. They go to Man United with 10 men at Old Trafford and then form Man United and beat them with 10 men. And then then they have a home game against Newcastle and they get absolutely battered. So I didn't see that coming. So Everton need to be careful, man. They need to be careful. But I'm not bothered about them. So it is what it is. I'm not bothered. I don't mind Newcastle, even though we've got a little bit of stick, a little bit of needle, but I've got a bit of history with Newcastle. I'm not going to get into it now, but I don't mind Newcastle. I don't mind when they do well. Obviously, when they won the Carabao Cup, I was fuming, but I was happy at the same time. I know a lot of you Liverpool fans are thinking, how could you be happy? Blah. There's a backstory. There's obviously a little bit of backstory to it. I was just happy for them. And obviously, just congratulations kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Just being a good sport. Not usually a good sport when I lose. I don't like losing. I hate losing for losers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a shock result. Not them winning totally, just how they won. Absolutely battered them. So yeah, there was also Spurs versus Fulham, Tottenham at home, continuing their poor home performances. I know I see a lot of content creators, a lot of Tottenham fans ain't happy. Some of them want him out, want the manager out already, and I haven't really deeply thought about it to be honest. Like, are they right? Are they this? I've been thinking about the problems that I've got with my club. I think Thomas Frank deserves. I think he deserves more time, more windows. So I wouldn't be too harsh on him if I'm honest. He's still doing better than what Andrew's doing on the back of last season. Obviously, apart from Andrew won them the Europa League, but I still think that they need to be patient. They've had these big managers in and that hasn't worked. So I think they need to ride it out a bit and be a bit more patient. But hey, support your club how you want to support your club in it. I'm just letting you know my opinion. I think you should give him way more time and we'll see unless goes really bad. I think you need to stay in the top half though. I do feel like he needs to stay in the top half, even with that team he's got. So he's obviously proved in certain games they look decent, and then they just sometimes switch off and fall off. Games against like PSG and stuff like that, and obviously beating City. But yeah, we're yet to play them as well, so we're gonna have to see in it. Should be playing them quite soon. So yeah, that game as well. Bournemouth Sunderland as well. Yeah, Bournemouth Sunderland. We got them next, so can't take them lightly. They're obviously quite decent at home. I know they drew with Arsenal at home. They had a good start, especially for promoted side anyway. So they had a good start. Was it Lewis Cook? Yeah, so Lewis Cook one got sent off as well. So that was late on. But yeah, Bournemouth were 2-0 down as well. So Bournemouth were 2-0 down. So it's probably looking, sorry, 2-0 up. Am I bugging out? Yeah, Bournemouth were 2-0 up. And then, yeah, bottled it basically. So yeah, Sunderland, we got them next. So yeah, I'm not going to take them lightly, especially in our dodgy form at the minute. I can't afford to be taking these teams lightly. Man City scrape a win against Leeds. Man City. I don't know about them, man. I don't know. 3-2. I don't know, man. I just think, yeah, they're gonna get better in it. They're gonna get better, but I did think they was gonna pick up form. And knowing when they beat us, and I was thinking, Ross, man, like, yeah, they're looking good and stuff like that. And then last couple performances, I haven't been too convincing for me. But it's not the end of the world. They are City. They have got Pep. They have got good players. They've been there before. They know how to come back from being behind. So I'm not gonna fully write them off. Not yet. Not just yet. So, but at the end of the day, they got 3 points. Sometimes these games are ugly. You don't always smash the teams that you think you're gonna smash, even when you're playing at home. Doesn't always happen your way. It's just like even sometimes the away games, like a couple games we've had with Southampton and stuff like that, you expect to smash them with Paul, and then you end up struggling. Like, whoa, you know what I mean? So it is going to happen. So I think they'll be back as well. They'll be fine, but we'll see. Getting interested. Sorry, one sec. Sorry, I just had the games up here. I don't know why my monitor's not even working at the minute, but yeah. Sorry, bear with me. Here we are. Yeah, Man United. Sorry, Man United. Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace are at home, losing 2-1 to Man United. I think I didn't see that coming. I thought Palace might get the win, but that's what happens when some of these teams, mid-table teams, have good starts and then they start messing up. United as well on the back of that their loss at home. I thought, yeah, they might mess this up as well. They might have this up as well. So Amarin always gets a lifeline as well because this is a game that it looked like they'd probably lose, and then he's won it. You know, gives him another lifeline, gives his team another boost. They'll definitely look better than they was last season. So yeah, can they take positives from it? I guess so, but there's still so much work to do. There's still so much work to do. Yeah, is that all the games? That ain't all the games, is it? Yeah, sorry, Brentford, Burnley, 3-1. Yeah, see that coming all day long. Burnley, they're going down. Brentford are quite decent, especially at home as well. So there's nothing much to say about that game, to be honest. Apart from obviously Thiago getting a brace, so he's looking good. To be fair, yeah. And I know there's another game. Yeah, there's two more games. Brighton, Nottingham Forest. Brighton 2-0. I know Brighton's a good side. They're pretty decent. I thought Sean Dyche and his men might be able to get something out of this game, especially beating us, but that's not hard these days, is it? So, yeah, it's 2-0. Didn't even score. So, poor. That's poor from them, to be honest. They had their new manager bounce. How's it going to be looking for them? And we'll see, innit? We'll see. We'll see. Aston Villa Wolves. Aston Villa just 1-0. I thought they was going to beat them by more, but obviously that's kind of like a derby, really, isn't it? So yeah, I didn't watch that game, to be honest, all the highlights, so I didn't know how that game went. But I'd pick Villa to win anyway. I didn't obviously do my predictions last week, so yeah. So this week I'll do some predictions, probably for the weekend ones, and then yeah, then we can look back at my predictions and how the games went a little bit more better. So yeah, I think that's all the games I've covered. And if I haven't covered any, let me know and tell me off. But there's this one thing I'm gonna do. There's this one thing I'm gonna do is this new thing I've been thinking about, just something small. So I'm gonna do a Super Saiyan of the week or Super Saiyan of the weekend. So it could either be a team, a player, or yeah, a team or a player or whatever, or a manager or something. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna, and then the negative side, they're going to be a Yamcha, or it depends. So I might do it in category. So this is obviously Dragon Ball Z. So it's a Dragon Ball Z fan. So all you Dragon Ball Z fans, you might know what I'm doing here. So I'm sorry it's not for everyone, but it's just something I'm going to try and see and run with it. But there's going to be like a Dragon Ball Z ranking. So basically, it's a Dragon Ball Z ranking. It's a Dragon Ball Z ranking. One week you could be Krillin. One week you could be Krillin, Yamcha, Chaozu. And then another week you could be Vegeta, Goku, Jiren, Cell, Boo, or whatever. I'm not gonna go crazy in it. I'm just gonna keep it and probably like a Saiyan thing. So at the minute, Saiyan's the proper, Super Saiyan's the proper thing. You know what I'm saying? Ultra Instinct, that's gonna be a mad thing. That might be the highest one. That might be the highest ranking. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see in it. We'll see. So my Super Saiyan of the week, the first time, it's obviously it's not going to be a Liverpool player and it's not going to be Liverpool. I'm going to give it to Reece James. I'm going to give it to Reece James. He's my Super Saiyan of the week because he done the business in midfield, man. He was immense. I rate him. Let's just see if he could stay fit. Chelsea could be doing something this year. If him and Cole Palmer stay fit, and obviously a couple other players, they'll be all right. They'll be right. So that's Reece James, my Super Saiyan of the week. My Yumpture of the week. Yumpture of the week. Yumpture of the week. I might have to give it to Tottenham, you know. I might have to give it to Tottenham. For them. So I think, yeah. So I'll have to go with that, man. Honestly, I'll have to go with that. But so yeah, Super Saiyan of the week, Reece James. My Yumpture of the week, Tottenham. So yeah, bro. That's it, man. It's your boy Prada from Double Pivot Sports. Make sure you like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Share, comment, whatever. Let me know what you think, and I'm out.